Jai Sadgurudeo. Good morning to all of you. Welcome to the weekly English Satsang organized by North America Institute of Vihangam Yoga. My name is Neetu and I have joined this Satsang from Edison, New Jersey. In the current times, our day-to-day life has become busy in fulfilling our physical and mental requirements and social responsibilities. In this fast-paced routine life, the requirements of the soul are often forgotten. So, first, I would like to congratulate each one of you for taking some time from your busy schedule to fulfill the requirements of your soul through Satsang. We now transition to the next phase of Satsang, Vihangam Yoga Fundamentals. This is a classroom-style interactive session that will help us deepen our understanding and confidence in sharing the profound teachings of Vihangam Yoga. By joining this session in full strength on Sunday Satsang, we can collectively build a stronger and more confident NAIVY Samaj. Let's come together with open hearts and minds to learn, grow, and inspire each other. Our speaker for today is Sudhanshu Ji, who is a sincere disciple of Sadgurudeo and inspires us with his Seva Bhav, devotion, and knowledge. Let us all feel grateful for this opportunity to indulge in deep spiritual knowledge. The topic of today is Vikarma, and we also discussed on this topic in the last satsang. So today we will continue the series. I would like to request Sudhanshu Ji to share with us on Vikarma. Over to you, Sudhanshu Ji.
Thank you very much, Neetu for this opportunity. First, I would like to put my prayers in the lotus feet of Sadgurudeo. शरण शरण मैं शरण हूँ, हे गुरु बंदी छोड़, मोहे उबारो हे गुरु, यह सौ बार निहोर, जनाधीन वंदन करूं, केहि विधि की जैसे वार पार की गम नहीं, नमो नमो गुरुदेव। बोलिए गुरुदेव भगवान की जय। So, thank you very much for this opportunity to share the views, my view, whatever I have collected, learned in Vihangam Yoga about Vikarma. First, when I explain the Vikarma, I would just like to give a brief of Karma in just 5 minutes, and then we will jump on Vikarma. So, the very basic question is, what is Karma? And why Vikarma is needed, and what is Vikarma, and what is Akarma? There are so many terminology what we will discuss in today's discussion. So, what is karma? So, in our Vedas, in all Vedic scriptures, this has been mentioned that karma is the mool karan of this entire creation. Karma is the one which is being performed by the karta, by the soul. Whatever we are doing, knowingly or unknowingly, in this life, that act is karma. based on the intent behind the karma, we are bound to face the result of those karma. So, if in simplistic view, we see how it works. So, based on your prior experiences, or in simple word, if I say, based on our sanskaras, which is stored in our chitta, we motivates to perform certain karma. And when we perform certain karma, based on our intent behind that karma, it gives us result which we are entitled to face, either immediately or after a certain time. So what we see here, that this is a this looks like a cycle. You performed a karma, karma will have its own result. You are facing that result and further performing the next karma and the result, and so on. It keeps going. Now, this has been mentioned in so many spiritual books that this entire creation, whatever things we are seeing here, those all different things are because of different types of karma what we are performing. Goswami Tulsidas ji has written in Ramcharitmanas, कर्म प्रधान विश्व करि राखा जो जस करी सो तस फल चाखा. What it means is, this entire creation is karma pradhan. Here karma is the priority, and the type of karma we will do, we will face the similar result. We are entitled to face that result. The similar thing Lord Krishna has mentioned in Gita, that we are free to do the karma, but we are not free in accepting the result. We are bound to accept the result. So that's the basic of karma, that what is karma. Now the next step is how these karmas are divided. So these karmas are divided into three parts based on how you are going to get the result of those karma. Based on that only these karmas have been divided into three parts. As I said in the beginning, whatever karma you will perform, you are entitled to face the result of the karma. So when you are getting the result, based on that, the karma has been divided into three parts. And what are those three parts? First is Kriyaman karma, then the another is your prarabdha, and the third one is your sanchit karma. Okay, so let's quickly understand this. Kriyaman is the those karma whose result you will get immediately. You perform the karma, you got the result, that is Kriyaman karma. You felt hungry, you have the food, your hunger is now satisfied. So that is Kriyaman karma. Immediately you got the result. Then there are certain karmas whose result you will not get immediately. Those karmas are called Sanchit karma. What's the meaning of Sanchit? Sanchit means reserved. So you performed certain karma, but the result of that karma is reserved. You have not received it immediately. You will receive it after some time, in this birth, maybe next birth, or so on. Like you are studying right now, you will immediately not get certified. After a certain time, the result will come. You are preparing for something, the result will come later. You are doing something good for someone. You are not getting result immediately because your intent is not to get benefited immediately. So anything, whatever you are doing and you are not getting immediate result, those karmas are called sanchit karma. And what's the third one? Third one is prarabdha. What is prarabdha? Prarabdha means from the big bank of all the sanchit karma, when you are taking the next birth, on that birth, a subset of your entire sanchit karma will be allocated as a fruit of this birth. That you are going to face the result of these many sanchit karma on this birth. So those sanchit karma whose result you are going to face in this birth, that is called your prarabdha. So when you take birth, when you come to this earth with this physical body, you also come with uh, a potli of prarabdha. That prarabdha is a subset of your sanchit karma, and you are entitled to face the result of those sanchit karma as a form of prarabdha in this birth. So we understood kriyamana karma, sanchit karma, and prarabdha. So these all are the part of the karma. What we do, that's why we have heard at so many places that मनुष्य अपने भाग्य का निर्माता स्वयं है, right? You are the one who creates your bhagya. How? Because at the end, it's your karma which will come back to you. If you are doing the right karma, it will create your fortune later. If you are not doing it, no one will do it for you. That's the very clear message of karma. So, what we are understanding here with this basic discussion, that you are doing your karma, you are facing the result. So many karmas are going on, sanchit karma coming as a prarabdha, and you are keep performing it. Every second we do karma, knowingly or unknowingly. What it means is you cannot stop doing karma, you cannot stop generating the phal, the result of those karma. And to face that result, you have to keep coming on this physical body. So, what it seems, you are in the bondage of karma. That's called the bondage of karma. That's where Swamiji has mentioned in Swarved, कर्मन की अज्ञान की जड़ चेतन की ग्रंथि बंधन में सब जीव हैं तीन प्रकार की ग्रंथि. So on those three types of bondages, one of the bondages, the bondage of karma. And this is the bondage of karma, that you are entitled to face the result, and you are not free from not doing the karma. You are doing the karma every second. So that's the science of karma. You are doing subh karma, you are doing asubh karma, whatever you are doing. If you are doing the righteous karma, that is the subh karma, you will get the good results. If you are doing the wrongly things, the ashubh karma, the adharma, you will get the bad results. But the point is, either it's the chain of gold or the chain of iron, it's a chain which is binding you. So that's the karma. Now let's think the other part, that is akarma. What is akarma? So akarma is the one, akarma is that karma which you are doing, but it's not giving you any result. It doesn't mean that it's not giving you the result of what effort you are putting. What it means is you are not entitled to face the result. You are not bounded by that karma. That is akarma. What Swamiji has mentioned about akarma in Swarved. कर्म की फांसे नहीं, जीवन मुक्ति भव माही, देव सदा फल धन्य है, सो दुर्लभ जग माही। जीवन मुक्त के कर्म जग, सो अकर्म कर जान, कर्म करे फिर नहीं करे, कर्म भोग नहीं मान। What it means, those जीवन मुक्त योगी, the one who performed certain karmas and they are not entitled to face the result of those karma, that karma is akarma. So, what is the basic difference between sadharan karma and akarma? The basic difference is the one karma is always create bondage for you. The other karma that does not create bondage for you. Akarma does not create bondage for you. And who performed that karma? So Swamiji has mentioned Jivan Mukta Yogi, the one who is free from this bondage of life and death. And how he performed that karma, how he performed that akarma. The Swamiji mentioned, Liptana Indrina Arthame अनइच्छित रस भोग महाभोगी निर्लेप है भोग नहीं वह भोग. What it means that the person who is doing a karma, who is not involved in the bhog of that karma, the one who kept himself different, I mean, the one who kept himself separated from the bhog of that karma, that yogi is the one who perform a karma. So, the basic difference is sadharan karma create bondage, akarma does not create bondage. Now the question is, why I am discussing these two types of karma, sadharan karma and akarma. The purpose is, what I am trying to make a point here is to leave the bondage, the cycle of birth and death. It is very important for a soul to perform a karma, not the sadharana karma, because sadharana karma will create the bondage and akarma will not create the bondage. So the next question is how to perform the akarma. This is very important question. Is there a way how we can perform akarma, or is there a stage where you have to reach, where after reaching you can perform akarma? So the answer of this is Vikarma. So as we discussed that the Jivan Mukta Yogi who perform the akarma, why he is not in the bondage of karma? Because even if he is performing that karma, he is separated from the entitlement of the result, because he is not involved in the result. The nishkam part, what we know, he is doing the nishkam karma. He does not have the kamna, he does not have the wish to enjoy the result of the karma, but he is performing that karma at his soul level, the atmic level. When you are involved on the result. When you have the wish to enjoy the result of a karma, when you are doing it at the level of your mind, because mind will show you from your chitta that if you do certain karma, you will get this result, and this result has this pleasure, so you will enjoy it. And as you will enjoy it, so let's go ahead and do this karma. If you will do certain karma, it will bother that person, and I don't have a good relation with that person, so it will create a trouble for him, and that will give me a peace. So let's do that karma. So what it means, that through some reference your mind is convincing you that performing certain karma will give you that result which you are looking for. What it means is you are performing the karma based on the wish to fulfilling certain result, and that's called kamana yukta karma. And when a karma is being performed, there is no certain wish behind that, because the Jivan Mukta Yogi is not performing that at the level of mind. He is performing at from the level of soul. So that's why there is no bondage. So how to go to that level? How you can perform a karma? How you will get that quality within you to perform a karma? And the answer of that question is the topic of today's discussion. That is Vikarma. So the quality to perform a karma can come within you by performing Vikarma. Vikarma is Vishesh Karma. The meaning of Vikarma, V is Vishesh Karma, the special karma. The karma through which you will reach to the stage of akarma. The karma through which you will gain those qualities within you that after that you can perform a karma. So those karmas are called vikarma. So what is vikarma? I gave you the definition of vikarma, but what kind of karmas are vikarma? So Swamiji has mentioned Satsangati Sadguru Sharana, Seva Bhav Vichar, उपकार गुरु पाठ है यह विकर्म जग सार. So satsangati, guru seva, sadhana, the bhav of daya, karuna, all these comes under vikarma. What Swamiji has mentioned about vikarma, कर्म छुटे जेहि कर्म से सो विकर्म शुभ कर्म जिज्ञासु आश्रय रहे सेवा करत विकर्म. Vikarma is that karma by performing which you will liberate from performing the sadharan karma. Vikarma is the path through which you will move from performing the sadharan karma to performing the akarma. So vikarma is the bridge. And what is vikarma? So seva, sadhana, satsanga, all these karmas are called vikarma. And where you can perform this karma, you can perform this vikarma under the shelter of master. You cannot perform this alone, because the one who is bounded with karma cannot free from it by itself. You can only get freed from it when some other person who is not in the bondage will come and help you to come out from that bondage. Then who's that person? That divine person is the master, the supreme master, under whose shelter, through Vikarma, through Vishesh Karma, we get those qualities that we reaches at the level of akarma. That's what Swamiji mentioned in Swarved. Brahma Vidya ke yogya jo adhikari guru jaan kshetra sahayak karma jo so vikarma paragyan. So when you are in the shelter of master, then by the knowledge of master, the karma what you are performing, that will help you to liberate from the bondage of karma and will take you to the stage when you will only perform a karma, when you will be free from the bondage of these karma. And how that happens, there is a very scientific explanation behind that. That you are performing sadharan karma, you started performing vikarma, and then when you are reaching to the stage of akarma, why you are not entitled to face the results, why, how you are, overcome from the bondage of karma. So what Swamiji mentioned in Swarved, that when you are performing vikarma, then what happens under the knowledge of Brahmavidya Vihangam Yoga? When master gives his blessings over you, then all the storage of your karma, your sanchit karma, got burned out in the yoga agni of Vihangam Yoga. What Swamiji mentioned, Brahmavidya chinagi udi, lagi karma ghar aag, karma vasana jar gayi, chetana chetana jaga. So in the path of Vikarma, what happens? That through the chinagi of Vihangam Yoga, through the chinagi of Brahmavidya, the karma ghar, what it means? The house of your karma, of your sanchit karma, where all your sanchit karmas are stored, that will got burned out. So no sanchit karma left. So see the status of a soul who is in the Jivana Mukta state. There is no sanchit karma because that got burned out with the yoga agni of Brahmavidya. He is not performing any kriyaman karma because whatever he is performing is a karma which is not generating any result which he is entitled to face. So there is no kriyaman karma, there is no sanchit karma. What only left with a Jivana Mukta yogi? The only thing which left is your prarabdha. Remember, we discussed we divided the based on the result when you are facing that result: kriyaman karma, sanchit karma, and prarabdha. So sanchit karma got burned off. Kriyaman is not generating any result. So the Jivana Mukta yogi is only here with the prarabdha. And after the prarabdha, there is no bondage because there is no karma left in the sanchit karma. And that's how a soul liberates from the bondage of karma. So, what we understand from all these discussion is the key from coming out from the bondage of the karma is vikarma. Vikarma is the Vishesh karma. And how the vikarma can be performed? Vikarma can be performed under the shelter of master, the master who himself is liberated from the bondage. The one who himself is liberated can help you to get rid of from this bondage. And under his shelter, under his knowledge, all the karmas what we perform to get rid from this bondage is called vikarma. We do seva, we do sadhana, we do satsang, and slowly these vikarma helps us to reach to the phase of akarma. So that's the basic understanding what I have about vikarma. That's what Swamiji mentioned about vikarma in Swarved. And in one line, if I have to say, vikarma is the path which will take a soul from performing sadharan karma to reach to the stage of akarma. So vikarma is very much important in any person's spiritual life, and we all should try to keep performing vikarma under the shelter of master, keep performing seva, sadhana, and satsang, and keep rising in our spiritual journey. With this, I would like to conclude my talk. If there is any mistake, it will be mine. Please forgive me about it. And if there is any other views or question, please feel free to share your views. With this, I would like to conclude my talk. Thank you very much, and over to you, Neetuji.
Thank you very much, Sudhanshuji, for sharing your understanding and the knowledge from Swarved on this topic of Vikarm. I would like to express gratitude from towards all the speakers in the satsangs, because of whom this is helping us enrich our understanding of Vihangam Yoga brick by brick and empowering us to share this profound knowledge with others. I think we have some time. We can ask people who have joined this session for the first time to give their introduction, or if anyone has any questions or their thoughts on the topic of Vikarm, please come forward and share. We can spend 10 minutes on this question, answer, and introduction.
Jai Sadgurudeo. Good
Jai
Sudhanshuji.
Sadgurudeo, Mukeshji.
Uh, Thank you very much, Sudhanshuji. Very good explanation and a refresher. I have just one question. I think probably you want to clarify. When we are doing Vikram, is there a requirement or understanding that one should not expect any fruits? That's the Vikram, or even if you're doing good with the intention of having a good result, will that qualify the Vikram, or the idea that you are not actually looking for good result? I mean, good fruits.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mukeshji, for this question. Uh, so if we see it, the before coming to Vikarma, if we see the basic difference between the Sadharan Karma and Akarma, is that in Sadharan Karma, we are doing all the karmas with the wish of getting some result. And in Akarma, we are totally out from that, because we are performing the karma at the level of soul, where there is no wish to get some result. It's only kartavya bodh, where you are performing the karma at the level of soul, right? But when we are performing the vikarma, it's a phase of transition, right? So just by wishing or by saying that I will not perform a karma where I have to think about some result, or I will perform some karma without thinking of the result, that's not how it gonna be. Because even if we are saying that I'm performing it without thinking, then also I'm thinking something. So the Nishkam Karma, how you are performing it, that is a stage. That is a stage of your awakening at which you are performing the Nishkam Karma. Until unless you are above your your consciousness is at the level of soul, you are not performing the Niskam Karma. Why we are not performing the Niskam Karma? Because when my consciousness is in this Prakriti, when I'm doing the karma at the level of my mind, either the thinking is good or the thinking is not good. It is at the level of mind, right? And at the level of mind, if I am performing certain karma, just giving an example that I'm performing certain karma with some good vibes that I have to help him. But at the in the behind, what is happening actually? Why we are doing it? Because you are wishing to experience some good feelings within yourself, right? It's not the kartavya bodh, but it's the wish to feel satisfied internally. And there is nothing wrong in it. What it is that we are in the path of Vikarma. Those are Vikarma. The bhav of seva is Vikarma. The bhav of daya is Vikarma, right? But those karmas are not free from the what do you say? Free from the bondage of result. But it will help you to reach to that level where there is no result. So even when we are performing Vikarma, Vikarma is not free from, Vikarma is not Nishkam Karma, if I say on that prospect. It's not fully Nishkam Karma. You are on the way, right? You are doing Seva, Sadhana, Satsang. Even if we are doing Seva, Sadhana, Satsang, in the initial phase, till my sadhana is at the level of mind, we are not on the Nishkama Karma stage, right? Because we are uh, thinking at the level of mind that this is right, this is wrong, we should do it accordingly, but we have not experienced it. So, to answer your question, uh, it is with man and with certain kamanas, but those are shubh kamanas definitely.
Mm. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
for clarifying.
yeah. Thank you, Mukesh.
Thank you, Mukeshji, for your question, and thank you, Sudhanshuji, for answering this question. If there is any other question, we can spend 5 minutes.
Jai Sadgurudeo. This is Ajay.
Jai Sadgurudev, Ajayji.
Just one question. I should not take much time. Sudhanshuji, thank you very much. Uh, great explanation. I just have a question. Like, how does the sadhak knows that his sanchit karmas are burned? What what's how, at what stage and how does he know about it? Like, what's the indication for that? Is it something he realizes that by himself, or Sadguru tells him that your Sanchit karmas are burned now? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ajay ji. So first, the first point is when that stage will come when your sanchit karma will got burned off, right? So that stage will come when you are above from this prakriti, when you are at your when you are doing sadhana at your own level, at the level of soul, right? And at that time, uh, as I said, a karma is being performed by Jivana Mukta Yogi, right? The one who is mukta from this cycle of birth and death. So the burning of Sanchit Karma is the prerequisite of the Mukti. We can take it that way. We discussed a bit about three types of bondages when we were talking about the karma, right? So when you can liberate, when you are free from the bondage, right? The getting free from the bondage is liberation, and those bondages are, as I said earlier, one is the bondage of karma, another is the bondage of agyan, and there is a bondage of jada chetana granthi, right? So when you are in the higher phase of your meditation, and when Sadhguru bestows his blessings over you, when soul realized who he is, and under the shelter of master, before getting mukta, soul have to get rid from all three bondages, and it's the Sadguru who free him from these three bondages: bondage of agyan, bondage of jada chetana granthi, and the bondage of karma, right? And when we will discuss in detail, we will understand that in your meditation, as you go in the self-realization stage, when you know who you are out from the bondage of Jada Chetana Granthi, because you are on your pure Swarup. So that bondage get resolved there. When you get bestowed by the true knowledge of the Brahma Vidya, then you will get rid from the bondage of Agyan. And just before liberation, when Sadguru burned your Sanchit Karma, then you get free from the bondage of Karma. And as you get freed from all three bondages, you are in the Mukta state. That's what called Jivan Mukt, that you are living in this physical mortal body, but you are free from all those three bondages. So that's the level when you will get to know about that.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sudhanshuji. I think that helps clarify. Thank you.
Thank you, Ajayji, for your question. And thank you, Sudhanshuji, for taking this question and for explaining us in such great detail and simple way on this topic of Vikarma. Looking at the time, let us move to the last phase of today's satsang. I request everyone to sit down for Shanti Part. In Shanti Part, we chant for peace for everyone in this universe. May Sadgurudev bless the entire cosmos with peace, love, and prosperity. I would now request Neha ji to recite the last few lines of Shanti Part. Over to you, Neha ji.
जय सद्गुरुदेव। हे प्रभु शांति स्वरूप हो, शांति शांतिमय शांति, शांति शांति जन शांति हो, पूर्ण शांतिमय शांति। हे प्रभु शांति प्रदान कर, दूर हो सर्व अशांति, देव सदा फल शांतिमय, शांति शांति सुख शांति। बोले सदैव भगवान की जय।
Thank you, Neha ji, for such a soulful recitation of Shanti Part. I would like to thank all of you for joining today's satsang. I encourage everyone to ponder upon the topic we discussed today. I'd like to extend a heartfelt thanks to Sulbhaji, Sudhanshuji, Mukeshji, Ajayji, Nehaji for their active engagement in this session, and for the team behind this for organizing and coordinating this satsang. I pray to Sadgurudev for peaceful and spiritual week ahead for all of us. See you all next Sunday at 9 a.m. EST on the same Zoom session. Have a wonderful day and week ahead. Jai Sadgurudeo.